everyone in the audience needs to hear me on microphone. Welcome back, everyone, from our extended break. I think the last time we met was November of 2024, so hope everyone had a happy holiday, happy new year, and all sorts of holidays that have gone by since then. Let's start off tonight's meeting with our roll call. So, Mr. Evans, if you could call the roll when ready.
Mr. Fox.
Here.
Mr. Green.
Here.
Ms. Chambers.
Here.
Mr. Eisenbacher.
Here.
Mr. Desmond.
Here.
Mr. Bossenbrook.
Here. We will move on to our statement of procedure. So, to my immediate right, Mr. Desmond, our Vice Chair, if you could read our statement of procedure.
1 second here. Zoning Board of Appeals is a group of 7 of your neighbors appointed by the Troy City Council to decide on requests for variances and other matters that are brought before them. A variance is a relaxation of the literal provisions of the zoning ordinance. Applicants must indicate a hardship or practical difficulty with the land that would warrant the granting of the variance. The board will hear items in the order that they appear on the approved agenda. When an item is called, the chairperson will verify that the applicant is present. Then the city administration will summarize the facts of the case. If there is less than a full board of 7 members present at a meeting, an applicant may request a postponement so his or her request can be heard by a full board. If there is no request for a postponement, the applicant will then be given an opportunity to address the board to explain the justification for the action requested. After the applicant makes their presentation and answers any questions that the board may have, the chairperson will open the public hearing. Any person wishing to speak on the request should raise their hand, and when recognized by the chairperson, come up to the podium. The speaker should identify themselves with name and address, indicate their relationship to the property in question, i.e. next door neighbor, live behind property, etc., and state whether they are in favor of or against the variance request and give reasons for their opinion. Comments must be directed through the chairperson. Comments should be kept as brief as possible and closely pertain to the matter under consideration. Only one person will be recognized by the chairperson to speak at one time. At the conclusion of public comments, the chairperson will close the public hearing. Once the public hearing is closed, no other public comment will be taken unless in response to a specific question by a member of the board. The board will then make a motion to approve, deny, or postpone the request. In order for the request to pass, a minimum of 4 votes are needed. If the request is not granted, the applicant has the right to appeal the board's decision to Oakland County Circuit Court.
All right, thank you, Mr. Desmond. All right, next item is the approval of meeting minutes from November 2024. Unless there's any discussion or concerns about the minutes as printed, we get a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
All right.
I'll make a motion.
Seconded by Mr. Eisenbacher. Mr. Evans?
Mr. Bossenbrook.
Yes.
Mr. Green.
Yes.
Mr. Eisenbacher.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Mr. Desmond.
Yes.
All right, minute meetings from November have been approved as printed. We will move on to approval of tonight's agenda. We have 2 items printed for us, 3991 Crooks and then 363 West Big Beaver. We can go ahead and approve the agenda as printed unless there's any discussion. Mr. Fox?
I do see only one applicant present. Is there anything on that in terms of postponing one of the 2 applications, or?
There is Mr. Evans can speak to this too, but there is an email, I believe, from the applicant from 5A indicating he's still recovering from an operation and requested an adjournment or postponement for a month. So that's why we only have one applicant here. So I think we, in speaking with the city attorney's office, I think we would move to 5A and just maybe agree to adjourn it.
Okay.
But yeah, that would be, we'll take one off the docket. Yeah.
Is that a voting thing?
So you can do it one of 2 ways, right? You can approve the agenda as printed if you want. My concern when I spoke with Mr. Bossenberg, I just know, and I think Mr. Fox can confirm, that that project has a lot of interest. So I just wanted to make sure that there was nobody in the audience. So seeing that there's nobody here, if you want to move to amend the agenda, that's fine, as long as the resolution says that there's a date certain, or if you want to wait, approve the agenda, call item 5A, and then postpone it then. I just wanted to make sure, because that's a notice, it's a public hearing, that if there was anybody here, they had the opportunity to speak.
Okay, would it be renoticed for May? They would
No,
just,
that's the purpose of taking action to postpone to a date certain.
okay. Well, I mean,
It's 6 of 1, half dozen.
yeah, whatever the will of the board is, if you would want to amend the agenda to just remove 5A, indicating to moving to a date certain, or go to 5A and do the same thing.
I move that we amend the agenda and remove item 5A, postpone item 5A. What's the,
To a date certain. Is that for May?
to a date to be determined?
May.
To the next meeting, which is May 20th. Yes, May 20th.
Okay, to the next meeting, May 20th.
Okay.
Second.
All right, seconded by Mr. Green. Unless any further discussion? Yeah, Mr. Eisenbacher.
Will there be new notification in the newspapers and postcards, or
No.
is that understood? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's vote on the motion to amend the agenda as raised by Mr. Desmond.
Ms. Chambers,
Yes.
Mr. Bossenbrook,
Yes.
Mr. Eisenbacher,
Yes.
Mr. Fox,
Yes.
Mr. Desmond,
Yes.
Mr. Green.
Yes.
All right, motion's approved, so tonight's agenda has been amended to remove 5A, and so then we will move on then to 5B, 363 West Big Beaver. Mr. Evans, if you're ready, you can go ahead and present for us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And yes, as printed in the agenda, this is for property at 363 West Big Beaver. This is a variance request to allow a residential apartment tower addition to be set back 0 feet from the rear property line, where the zoning ordinance requires a 40-foot setback. Now, this property was before the Planning Commission last on January 28th, 2025, as a preliminary site plan review. And the reason why the Planning Commission was unable to take action is they are restricted by the zoning ordinance that if something needs a variance, they're not supposed to take any action on it. They can simply provide comment. The next step is for the applicant to come here to seek his relief. He gets the results. Then he goes back to the Planning Commission with whatever that is. So an overview of the property, the subject property is right across the street from City Hall at 363 West Big Beaver. On these aerials here, I have it outlined in red on the left-hand side. All this pinkish overlay indicates the same zoning classification, the Big Beaver District. So the subject property and just about everything else you see here in this overlay is zoned the same way. There's another more close-up of the property. I'll come back to this in a minute, but this is the rear of the property, and I've tried to outline the approximate area of where they need a variance. This yellow line is the approximate location of the rear property line. So the applicant has provided some renderings here. This is looking kind of from the street. This is the existing building, and this is the proposed new building. This is looking from the south at the rear of the property, and the subject matter involves a portion of the building right here. Now, the applicant's provided, and these are out of your packet, by the way, some additional renderings to show where the new construction is going to go, where the property line is, and the area that needs a requested variance. There's another rendering there, and I just put the squigglies around it for context. So I'll turn it back over to the board for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. Any questions from the board? Mr. Fox?
Only asking, because I was at the January meeting where this was discussed, have there been any material changes to the blueprints and the layouts of the property since what was presented to Planning Commission in January?
I have asked the applicant that. He's indicated no, but
Okay.
we can also ask him to confirm.
Any other questions? Mr. Green?
I saw several of the other properties in the area, and they come in various shapes and sizes, those parcels. Is that typical of the parcels up and down Big Beaver, that very varied shape of parcel?
Oh, well, I think to answer that, we could at least go to this aerial and get an idea of what we have
Yeah.
from I-75 almost all the way to Livernois.
Yeah,
and then across the
those,
street.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so just based on this image, I think we can all
Okay.
see the layouts of the various parcels.
Thanks.
Any other questions for city staff? All right, thank you, Mr. Evans. At this point, we'll request the applicant or the representative, if they would like to come to the podium and present your materials. We've read what you've and seen what you've already submitted, but please address what you'd like to address regarding a statement of practical difficulty.
Good evening, my name is John.
Oh.
That you really need it, but good evening, my name is John Morosich. I'm Morosich Architecture. I'm the architect for the project. Before I begin, I understand in the reading of the regulations that there's supposed to be 7 board members. Is one absent tonight?
We have a couple absences, and we had one alternate able to fill one of those absences, yes.
I respectfully request to postpone to the next board meeting.
Okay. Well, we can, the board, would you like to, Mr. Green?
I would like to note that I don't believe this prevents us from voting. We have enough to vote, correct?
Well, correct. We have a quorum, so we can. It's
action
it's
on
the
this
board's
item.
discretion.
Yes.
The applicant can make the request as Mr. Desmond read in the statement, opening statement, but it's the board's discretion how to proceed, whether to proceed with the board of 6 or a board of 7. Yeah, Mr. Fox.
I don't see why, I mean, I know since I've been on this board, we've had at least one other instance where we let an applicant postpone based on not having a full board. So at this time, I'd like to make a motion to postpone this item to our next scheduled meeting on May 20th.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion then to postpone to the May meeting, seconded by Mr. Desmond. Is there any discussion about the pending motion? Not seeing any discussion. All right, Mr. Evans, let's take a vote on the motion to postpone to the next meeting.
Mr. Eisenbacher.
Yes.
Mr. Desmond.
Yes.
Mr. Bostenbrook.
Yes.
Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Mr. Green.
Yes.
Motion's been granted.
Okay.
So we will consider this matter postponed to the May 20?
May 20th, correct.
May 2025, and you will be prepared to, and hopefully we'll have 7, but there's never a guarantee. So,
I understand. I've been in a situation where I had less, and I wish I had the full board before. So, and again, nothing personal, but I just would like to have the benefit of a full board. Okay? Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
No problem.
Okay.
Well, that brings us through our hearing of cases, probably in record time.
Yes.
Not that we're trying to set a record. All right, let's move on to item number 6, which is communications. Anything, Mr. Evans,
Nothing
communications-wise?
from staff.
What's that?
Nothing from staff.
Anything from the board, Mr. Fox?
So Planning Commission has officially had a joint meeting with City Council scheduled to discuss the construction of the library, potential construction of a new library. That is going to be Monday, April 28th. It's going to take place at the library. Will it be live streamed? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay. Either way, it's a public hearing, so we obviously encourage everybody in the community who's interested to please swing on by.
All right. Thanks for the update, Mr. Fox.
What time?
It'll be at 6.
Thank
6 p.m. on Monday. So an hour earlier than Planning Commission traditionally meets.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, no more communications coming forth. No miscellaneous business listed.
Correct.
We can open up for any sort of public comment or public hearing if anyone wishes to speak. Okay, don't see any need for public comment, so move on to item 9, which is adjournment. And I guess we'll see everyone back here in May 20. All right, have a great evening.
Not quite.